Hey y'all, welcome to the S&M show. I'm S.
I am.
Today we're going to talk about Housewives of Atlanta. That is going to be season 12. Oh, no, season 14. Season 12, episode 14. Episode 14. Well, I don't know what season's here.
And Love and Hip Hop season 10 episode. Which one was this?
That was episode 11.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So 11 and 14.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
All right.
All right. So let's talk about NeNe coming back. How you feel about NeNe coming back?
I'm indifferent to NeNe. I feel like she likes her role as victim as well as hero. She knows that she's the creator, so she knows that she can really kind of play any position on the board when it comes to these women.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe the brunch to jungle brunch was it was awkward. I think the camera people are petty for if you're not gonna show what these women do and what their role was even to be at the brunch, then you would just
they were like fillers.
I mean, not even that, but they was just petty. Like, these women are successful. That's fine. They can be successful women, but you didn't uplift them. Really, you just brought them in a bunch of your high city friends and your more regular, normal friends who are, you know what I mean, neutral looking. Because really, they just kept showing their faces, and I was like, well, it isn't the most appealing look to them. So I would say more on editing and camera, she didn't uplift them. If anything, it was mostly about her making amends with the sisterhood that she really can't mesh with as well, individually by herself. So the whole showing up late, I feel like Kenya had the right. I'm not gonna be there, and I already came late, and you're even more late. So that was unnecessary for her to.
But she was only like NeNe came 10 minutes after her.
No, NeNe came 2.5 hours later.
What's that? 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours later. Like, that wasn't no one. They waited. Tanya and Candy waited, which it would have been a no for me.
Yeah.
It would have been a whole no for me. 10 minutes was enough, I think. Or 7 minutes.
Yeah, 2
You're
hours.
The host.
2 hours is pretty.
It's disrespectful to people's time.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have something to say about
Portia.
Portia.
And then you're the host. You're hosting it, so you should have actually beat everybody there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta have respect for people's time, and then if you hosting something, you should have been there greeting your guests, not your guests waiting on you to greet you. Like,
and then you bring in your fake entourage.
Yeah, so I don't know. I get that a little bit. Yeah.
What a little bit about it did you not get? To explain a little bit part you didn't get.
No, I'm saying that was right.
Yeah.
I'm saying she totally should have respected everybody's time and been there greeting them, not them greeting her.
Right.
And then, but you kind of missed a little bit. Her and Cynthia had a little powwow.
I didn't miss that.
You didn't? Okay. Well,
I only missed the beginning where they were showing the pictures and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I saw the whole sit down.
Yeah,
you want to talk about the sit down?
Yeah, it kind of made me emotional.
I mean, okay, why?
Just because they did have a 10-year friendship, and I think that outside influences played a part on their friendship. And that can happen sometime. Sometimes it can be an outside person that really don't know the history of you and another person, but want that same kind of history that you and that person have, and will kind of do anything to like insert themselves in there and try to be that person that you have that history with. And it's not that. You guys, that person has to build their own friendship and history with those people and not try to insert themselves and be now, oh, I'm the bestie and this, that, and the other, and I'm there for you. And you can still be that, but you can't take away from something that somebody already had, and I think for me, I think Kenya, because that's the whole reason why they weren't talking, because going back to episode, the last season, Kenya was invited to Cynthia had her Bacardi party or whatever, and she didn't tell NeNe that she was coming. Cynthia was wrong for not telling her friend that, hey, I did invite homegirl, and it's a possibility she'll come, it's a possibility she don't come. But at the same time, you can be friends with two people. Even if you beefing, that don't mean I have to beef with this person. Y'all don't see eye to eye, So in that aspect, NeNe probably needed to grow up a little bit and understand that people can be friends with people that have indifferences. I just don't have to be around you when you're around this person because me and her don't see eye to eye. We can keep that separate. Or we can coexist and look, you just don't say nothing to me, I won't say nothing to you. We can keep it cordial, but for me, I just really feel like Kenya wants that role of Cynthia's best friend or just be anybody's best friend, and she goes about it the wrong way. She inserts herself, and if anything, if she was any friend of Cynthia's, she do a lot of shade. She do a lot of shady stuff to Cynthia, like kind of telling Cynthia that Mike's gonna propose to her, knowing you knew. But why would you kind of insinuate something like that? Why would you try to take that from your friend, that moment from her? So I just feel like, she's a fair weather friend. She's a friend when it's convenient for her, and she came in between a 10-year friendship. Just, I don't know. I don't think NeNe should have blamed Cynthia for it the way she did. I think she should have heard the girl out. But on camera, Cynthia said some things that maybe it was cut up all wrong, but it didn't look right. And as a friend, I would have felt the same way too. Like, damn, so you knew, you saying you gotta play it off. I'm your friend, don't play it off to me. Pull me to the side and say, look, this what it is. She might show up. So you don't get caught off guard. I'm letting you know. So that way that gives me an opportunity. Hey, do I want to stick around for this or do I want to leave? So Cynthia be kind of shady. She be kind of
Stop saying kinda. Cynthia is a shade queen, and NeNe's the only one who knows that and can tolerate it. And I don't think that at this point, NeNe is at the state where she wants that to not be something that Cynthia keeps hiding. You're shady.
Yeah. I think that's why she walked out when Cynthia was trying to tell her, you this, you that.
No, Cynthia, she walked out as soon as Cynthia told me, I can sleep at night. Okay, well, go get your rest. But at the end of the day, you still need to admit that you a shade queen and people don't know that side of you.
No, she said that NeNe can sleep well at night. She didn't say she could.
No, yes, she did.
Oh.
She said, well, I'm letting you know I'm happy. I can sleep at night. And I'm like...
Yeah, well, she can sleep at night because she's homegirl. The bone collector, the shade thrower. And then she runs back in like, I didn't do that. But, yeah, it'll all come out eventually. People will start seeing Cynthia for what Cynthia does, and she plays both sides instead of just saying, hey, I'm friends with both of y'all. She puts herself in the middle and gets caught up in shit that looks shady on her end because she's caught in the middle versus just saying, look, I fucks with both of y'all. However, y'all don't get along, don't put me in it. I don't want to hear nothing about her because that's my friend, because I'm going to defend her. And I don't want to hear nothing about her because that's my friend and I'm going to defend her. And then if I'm defending them, I'm wrong because I'm caught in the middle. So I would just tell the two of them, look, don't discuss either one of them to me because I'm friends with both of y'all. So for me not to be caught in the middle, just don't say nothing to me about each other. So I don't know. I think Kenya, little baby Brooklyn's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's all I'm gonna say about them. I don't know. And then why would Cynthia talk to Kenya about friendships and marriage advice? I wouldn't ask Kenya for no marital advice. Do you think a man's a cheater?
She's in it. Regardless of whether you think that her advice is valid or not, she's in it. She's in the relationship that Cynthia's aiming to have.
I don't think Cynthia wants her relationship.
She doesn't have to want her relationship. Cynthia's going to be her own. We already know what Cynthia tolerates in her marriages.
Yeah, I don't think I would I wouldn't have got advice from Kenya. I wouldn't even talked about her about friendship.
But she can't talk to NeNe about it.
Well, that's because, again, she ain't friends. But had she been able to, you could have talked to your friend of 10 years that's been married for over 25 years about relationships and ups and downs because NeNe's been
I think it's just
that.
a general topic. The man already put himself out there as, a serial cheater. It is what it is.
Yeah, true. I just want to talk to her about it. I think she couldn't have talked to NeNe about it because they weren't friends. So
right. So that was a void, and she has to go, but she had to go to get information.
She did. I like Candy's hair when she wears the black bob.
Yeah, I like that.
And I like Cynthia's blonde bob. A little too much gold sparkle on the face, but she looks pretty when she do that. I don't know. I think I just I don't know.
I
What
didn't
does
take no
a
notes on that episode.
no? I mean, we're done with that, but I'm not done with the episode. I want to ask one question. What do you think a real friendship looks like? To you?
I like the points that they were making. You have to know how to argue with the person, and you have to have a very compromising spirit with your friends. I feel like, pardon, friendships really shouldn't go that long. Excuse me. Friendships shouldn't really go that long without speaking. Well, I'm at a state where if I have to not talk to you for an extended period of time, because I'm one of those people who I don't have to speak, you know what I mean? 'Cause I really solely rely on telepathic relationships and the bond. But at this point in my adult life, I feel like if you can't hash it and you gotta go talk to somebody else about it, whether it be, I mean, there's really different levels of emotional maturity. Of course, you have to have your sounding board, whether it be your mama, grandma, whoever the female companion is that does, help you get through those things. But again, you have to think about, does my mom have, or does my grandma have, or et cetera, have, relationships that I admire that they have gotten through. And then also in that level of, again, if you have to go talk to another woman, if she's not in a friend group that y'all normally have, and the person ain't messy, you don't need to go talk to that person about it. Because I feel like I've been in plenty of scenarios or situations where you can go talk to everybody else, and then only the person who's the messiest will bring something back to me. I'm just like, I'm good. I'm able to discern who all my friends are, what their personality are, and who is going to give me the most authentic version of themselves every time. But I feel like a friendship is really just based on authenticity and vulnerability within your friendships. If you can't be vulnerable with your friend, you can't let them know, hey, this and this. Or even if you don't want to explain, there's a levels of like, I'm not gonna like Portia didn't want to discuss her, the cheating rumors or whatever. That's fine. She didn't have to discuss that, because that's her and her man's relationship. So why would I go out of my relationship, which is my home, my fourth house, to go discuss it with my 11th house? That don't make sense. That's too many steps. That's too many levels of neglect, reaching out. You know what I'm saying?
And then you gotta also be cautious about who you talk to, because everybody don't want to see your happiness.
Right, exactly. So that point as well. So there's things that you have to just keep to yourself and have people speculate rather than have a comment. You know what I mean? Because some friendships, you value their opinion stronger because they are stronger in certain aspects rather than the relationship aspect. Like you said, why would Cynthia ask a freshly new married woman who really have her own rocks in her relationship what advice she needs or what advice she would have? I mean, which I think the serial cheater was a general statement. It's a tell-all book. Everybody gonna better read it, and they're gonna better have their own opinion on it.
Right.
So that was really, that was a neutral conversation, but it wasn't something that she should have took as
for face value.
That I want to use another word, but you know what I mean. She should have took that with a grain of salt at any point.
Yeah.
But I feel like a valuable friendship has vulnerability, authenticity, and strong lines of communication.
True. Yeah. For me, a real friendship looks like you guys can talk about something. You can fall out and tell each other, hey, what made you mad? And not only that, but if you've been friends with somebody for a long, long time, they should know you. Especially, like they said, they're sisters. I think they should know you, and they should know just like you would feel, how they would feel in certain situations. You know what I mean? You're not going to let an outside person tell you about your friend or or me. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. Yeah, they have each other's back, whether in difference or not. You're going to still have each other's back regardless if y'all mad or not. You know what I mean? Because that's what a strong friendship is. Rather, I'm mad at you, I'm not going to let nobody talk bad about you. Because you're my friend, but bitch, I'm just not messing with you right now. You know what I mean? But I still ain't going to let this heifer talk about you like a dog. I'm not going to key it up with somebody that's trying to dog your character, or diminish your character. I'm not going to be talking to them because that's not cool.
Yeah, those are thin lines. But also, I'm kind of one of those friends who like my friends to stay spy and don't talk. If you gonna listen to somebody has some shade on me, then listen. But I also, it's not about it's a type of report back too, because there's people who be listening and be like, I ain't say nothing, girl.
Right,
but you whole time is marinating the conversation in to make form your own judgment when you bring that type of stuff back to me.
At school, one of my teachers always said this. Whenever somebody
is a running mouth.
Yeah. And not only that, but two people. If somebody talking about you, they ain't talking about themselves.
That too.
You better believe your so-called friend or something. If they letting somebody just go on and on about you, or they and they saying what they need to say in that moment to keep that conversation going. So
But I do believe there's a level of you need to shut that down
yeah,
at some point. What did you need to
absolutely.
say? It don't make sense. I'm gonna go because you know the character off top. You that don't sound like her. And if it does sound like her, I found out on my own.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right, yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't have a problem with shutting friends down. I feel like friendships can't be one-sided. If I'm gonna do it for you, you gotta do it for me.
Yeah.
If I need you to be there. Not me always being there for you. I don't need you to
There's
always.
a lot of imbalances in relationships where you are strong, you're emotionally strong, and I feel like personally for myself, everyone thinks that I'm like this mentally strong person. I'm emotionally strong, and those things I work towards. You know what I'm saying? I work towards those things, but I do need spiritual help sometimes. I do need physical help. You know what I mean? Like physical presence. Yeah, I may not say I want you around me, and I might not even invite you around. But if you have the address to my house, show up and be there.
Pop up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show up and be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just say, well, you wanted your space. Okay, well, you keep giving me my space, and I'm going to make sure that you never have a space in this space again.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, because a friend ain't going to really give you your space. They going to say, you know what?
Yeah, be uncomfortable with me.
It's something going on. We need to talk about it. What's going on with you? You know what I mean? That's a friend. Like, hey, what's going on? You ain't yourself here lately. I think, to me, that's a genuine friend that's going to, regardless, hound you. Like a sister. Like an annoying little sister. You know what I mean? Like,
I look for family dynamics in my friendships as well. You know what I'm saying? There are certain levels of soulmate friendships. There are certain levels of just that's my homegirl, that's my friend. You have the friends that you'll break bread with. Then you have the friends you'll do business with. Mm-hmm. You have all those levels of friendship, but you have to know when it is time to penetrate, because when you penetrate your friend, you are actually growing yourself spiritually.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend tell me something. Me and her hadn't talked in a while, and just so happened I was just kind of going through something, venting a little bit to her, and she said something that surprised me to the fullest, because this is a friend that be like, girl, the heck with him, and and it was the opposite. It was the opposite. It was more appreciated than a friend that that is in a relationship, or married or something like that. I just really appreciated that. And just any of my friends, if right now, if I call them, we can talk and pick up like nothing ever left off. You know what I mean? Because I don't try to end things on bad terms. Hey, look, if I see you just one-sided, I just leave you alone, period. I ain't mad at you. I just know now how to move with you. And we just can't move the same way we've been moving, because I can't keep giving and just you call me only when you want to hear some gossip. No, I don't work like that, boo-boo. That's not a friendship. That's just messy.
That's low vibration.
Yeah, so I leave them people where they at. You know what I mean? And again, it's no hard feelings, no ill will. Hey, if I see you, I see you, but I just know how to, as I'm getting older, I know how to move accordingly with certain people, and it's just real friendships are really hard to come by and whatnot. So if you get a good friend, hold on to them, because a lot of people ain't genuine like they used to be. There's no genuine people like it used to be out here. People say, oh girl, we friends, you like a sister, and all along, as soon as you hang up the phone, they like, girl, guess what, you know what that post was about, blah 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 blah. Like, really or they'll believe an outside person talking about you before they believe the story you telling them. Like, bitch, you know me, that ain't nothing I do. But okay, that's how you rolling. I see who you for who you are. So yeah, in my age, I've just learned how to treat people accordingly. If you hear from me, you hear from me. If you don't, then I just don't roll with you like that. And that's part of
I don't like being a dead horse with no friendships either. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can grow up a woman.
Yeah.
Or a man friend. You know what I'm saying? That's only so much growing up I can do for you.
Sometimes, Lala said it best, everybody has a season. And your friends definitely have a season. Mm-hmm. They play their part in probably where you're at now to help you learn and grow for the future. And people that I've cut off, I don't regret it at all. You hear me? At all. I rose with it. So that's just, I don't know. Friendships are hard to come back, but if you get one, that true friend, hold on to them, and because just hold on to them. I mean, a friendship, you pick up where you left off. Y'all cannot talk for 5 months.
I'm not doing that. I don't advertise that because at the end of the day, I want consistency in my life. I want.
No, but people be busy in their
Absolutely,
lives.
but I also say this: you ain't too busy to call. You ain't too busy to clock in. I don't play that.
That's your money, though.
Okay, your money. Sometimes your friendships be your money too.
Yeah, sometimes, but
I'm a valuable friend,
I don't feel
so
like we have to talk.
No, you don't have to talk
all
every day.
the time
or all
every
the time.
day. Sometimes life get busy, but you're right. Life shouldn't be that busy. There,
where you don't value that part. That's a balance. That's a work-life balance. It's home-life balance. It's all about balance. People forget that balance part. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm doing this more. No, you're not doing anything more.
But you know what? Also, too, I look at society.
But some people are distractions.
Yeah, I also look at society and pin women so against each other so much it's almost like you have to compete. You know what I mean?
No, that's a lower vibrational woman who wants to compete with another woman.
Well,
it exists, but I don't exist in that realm. Like,
right,
I can't.
But it's chicks out there that you thinking they're your friend, but all along they fucking envious of what you're doing.
That I have learned. I didn't realize that envy was such a strong suit in a lot of women.
It so is. But it's crazy because guess what? Especially if we think alike, goddamn it, we can get it. It's nothing that we couldn't have accomplished
together. 3 to pray together can get more together.
But but it's some people that just hate on your ideas, hate on how you moving. If you moving a certain way and they not moving a certain way, then something wrong with you. Nah, bruh, we just move differently. And there's nothing wrong with us moving differently if we can still come together. On some kind of level. But sometimes you have them friends that you think they're your friend all along. They looking at you at the side of your eye like,
Or they talking about you in their relationships. And that's one thing I also think is disgusting. I mean, that's disturbing to me. Like, I'm the only type of person, if I'm in a relationship or whatever companionship I'm in, I'm going to say it to my men, because men always...
It's one thing to vent.
It's one thing to vent, but sometimes women be obsessed with other women and they be bringing them into their goddamn relationship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're too obsessed. No, if you're not talking to me, then your new man should not know about me. Mm-mm. If he don't even know me, you know what I'm saying? So why are you tarnishing? You're bringing a woman into our relationship to tarnish her, and they ain't gonna do it. Make that man want that girl. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or say what is about you that girl don't want to be around, because you gotta understand. Everything has a balance, and men know how to speak. Men know the balance in what the woman they're dealing with character is after so many events they have. You know what I'm saying? After so many. After so many, that be. Come on now. Yeah. Come on now.
Well, I just hope that, for the sake of the group, they can all find a common medium.
I think they can. I think they can.
I like when they all are good.
Tanya was annoying me this episode.
She didn't do that.
She was seeking too much validation. Girl, like, come on, we get it. You got dragged when the kicker lady came, but you just kind of need to come on. We squared away. Kenya is who she. No, she wasn't, man. No, she wasn't. Just because of her facials. She was doing the most. It was the.
Hey, but I think it's all the way it is.
Tanya fell away. She don't know what
she didn't even speak to the girl.
But again, for what? You got dragged. That's it.
Okay, and I don't need to talk to you because you were messy. You didn't even have to bring the lady.
It don't matter. No, but she didn't. Is she doing Cynthia like that? Because Cynthia didn't even bring that cookie. You could go order some catered cookies from that girl and that be it. Come on now.
Cynthia didn't have to invite her, but Tanya wasn't there.
So, that's still going to be her error that you brought a whole woman outside of the friendship group that was supposedly, allegedly, just kikiing with your man.
Yeah, I think Cynthia shouldn't have brought it. That's not a friend. See, that's what I'm saying.
That's shade.
That was shade. That is shade. Well, you know what?
And then I just didn't like her faces. Like, what are you doing?
That's fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't care. I don't mind the character of the woman. Like, I think she's a well-built woman. You know what I mean? I think she brings herself as fair. But
Tanya
get checked. Just get checked.
She got checked. She said it.
Okay, but afterwards, you were seeking the groups.
The group to say that wasn't right?
No, yeah, like if I don't know, it just was, you gotta watch it. I saw something different in that whole.
Check it out, y'all. Comment on it, let us know.
Like, calm down. Like, calm down. Like,
I don't know. I just don't. I would have felt the same kind of way. Like,
you can feel that way, but it don't matter. It don't matter.
Like, here she come.
And she gonna still come. The girl got a peach and you don't.
That's okay. Bro.
Okay, so now you seeking a group friend, the group of the friends.
I don't think it matters to Tanya if she has a peach. I think she could.
It don't matter, but it does matter. You wouldn't be on the show claiming a stake. Now, what else do we have to say about Tanya other than her facial expressions? Like,
she's cool people.
She is.
I think she's a peacemaker. I think she's a peacemaker.
I'm just saying that episode agitated me. Her facial expressions, the need to have a group to be. Mm-hmm. It was.
I get that because I feel like that about some of the ladies too. Like, especially Kenya. So, I mean, I get it. So let's move on to
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
All right, Love and Hip Hop episode 11.
Yeah, it's called Spiritual Tea. What you think about this episode?
I'm tired of them. I actually felt like what's that boy name? Jonathan was fair. I think he was fair when it came to his opinion, which I think was valid. Kimbella was spicy.
Everybody said this. Yeah.
I mean, that was a collective agreement that she was just spicy.
Yeah, because if that's your friend, she was hurt in the moment. Yandy was hurt in the moment and was like, nah, I don't think we can be friends. You know what I mean? Because she hurt in the moment. You like, nah, we're not. No, Kimbella said that they weren't friends.
Kimbella can say that they're not friends and stand on that. I think Kimbella stood on the fact that they're not friends.
Right.
But she also had a valid opinion. I feel like this. As a friend, you don't tell somebody what they deserve. I don't care what your opinion is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hurtful. That's hurtful.
But she made it seem like that girl didn't help her.
It don't, okay, no.
That's why she mad. No, that's why she really mad, because she felt like Yandy should have jumped Chrissy with her. But now you kick in with the bitch. So did it matter if she jumped her or not? You ended up still being this lady who dragged you from
Okay, that's why she was mad. But that's fair, whatever. But I feel like Kimbella was just...
But you know what?
But we know that Kimbella was wrong even then at that situation.
But that's the whole thing. She can't take accountability for that. And that's where Yandy is coming from when she said you did deserve it, because you're not even owning the fact that you shouldn't even came in there saying shit. You brought that on yourself, so how you expect me to protect you when you shouldn't even say nothing like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a way for you to come in to that circle, and that wasn't the way to come into that circle. So whatever happened to you in that moment when they having a whole I hate dudes type meeting, and you're gonna come and throw fire on the flame, throw some gas on the flame? No, you did have that coming to you. Like, these girls were already brewing. It ain't like she walked in the door and didn't know what was going on. You walked in, you heard the whole scenario thing, and then you threw your 2 cents in it, and it was just like, so yeah, you had that coming to you.
So okay, she didn't take accountability.
No, she didn't. She thinks that only thing she's looking at is we friends and we should have jumped this bitch. No,
I don't believe in jumping.
Right, but that's Kimbella's whole point. That's the whole point she's trying to make, is she felt like they should have jumped Chrissy for that. No, you were wrong. And at that time, this was this girl's dude's employee. So you want me to jeopardize my job to jump her because you said something foul? No, bro, it don't even work like that, sis. You was wrong, and Jonathan's correct. You need to have some type of accountability for your actions. You shouldn't have came in it. The whole thing started because of your mouth, sis. Your mouth started that whole thing. So now you mad at the person that didn't even whoop your ass. That's the whole thing. You friends with the whole person that drugged you, and mad at your friend because she did defend you. She lost her whole job behind this whole spiral thing out of control. So come on, own it. Just, I don't know. And you looked silly today. Your whole outfit was just,
that was a little weird.
Girl, the whole thing, like that whole episode, everything you wore on this episode was, what the hell? Like, come on, silly. I don't know. You did deserve it. You did.
I would never say somebody deserved it, but I don't think that it was necessary for her, again, to bring that to Emily.
No.
You know, I'm an Emily fan.
Yeah, but that's why she should have got her ass slapped. You had that coming to you.
But I don't feel like it was necessary for Yandy to say that to her. I don't really know.
No, because Yandy trying to tell her you need to take accountability.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
So.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what you think about Sin and Joe?
Well, did their compatibility. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Joe and I'm gonna go with Sin and Tahiri. You guys is
Tahiri.
Yeah, I did that because I feel like these three are gonna.
You gotta think of him with a threesome.
No, I mean that's their interest, but that's none of my business. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Tahiri and Sin, you guys are good for family. I think it's just some hostility that you guys are just brewing on because you don't. Sin doesn't. She states that I'm just not gonna speculate because I still gotta get to know you, Joe. We're good for work, by the way, bro. But yeah, you two are good. You Sin and Tahiri, you guys are good for family. So I think there will be a dynamic where you guys do need to share a common space and just find less Latinish spice that you guys have towards each other. Like I'm the one, I'm the ex, well, I'm the baby mama. No, okay, calm down, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the Joe, which is Joe and Sin. You guys are good for marriage, but you guys are not good for boss employees. So you don't. I know that's shocking, but I don't. Okay, wait. Let me go ahead and go to Joe's and Tahiri. Joe and Tahiri, you guys are good for work, but you're not good for marriage. So I can see
that she turned them down.
That was an integral stand, but you guys can still have work chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
And they do. Other people just don't want them to have it.
Yeah.
They do. People just can't seem to mind their stuff. Like she said, we vibe. Even though it ended, we still vibe. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing wrong with. He just wasn't at the place, like Cian said. He wasn't the man that I needed to marry. And that's just how Tahiri felt. He wasn't who she wanted to marry. She knew the other Joe.
But I feel like this, if Sin would take the marriage, even if she heard this advice, she would take the marriage if she didn't feel threatened by Sin. I mean, by Tahiri.
Hey, when she was on that corner, she seen how her dude.
I didn't like that either. That was unnecessary for her to make that face. You came in as an act, like let's just be romantic, let's just be vivacious. But all you gonna walk out and mug the girl?
Right. For what?
She didn't owe you that.
But
and they've been doing work business for a long time.
She made herself look stupid by doing that mugging. Because again, now you feeling a little
because
crunchy.
Joe approached Tahiri at the end of the day.
Tahiri didn't approach Joe.
Yes,
she was sitting
Tahiri be minding her own business with that man.
Yeah, he came up like, hey, girl, you still good to me. Let me give you some shit.
Okay, and that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the chemistry is going to always be a problem for Sin.
Yeah, she got to get over it. Like,
but you can't stay on public TV.
Everybody has that ex. And Tahiri's right. I was that ex, so get over it. But I don't want him. We vibe. We're cool. We passed that stage. He done moved on, put a baby in you, proposed to you again. But I'm that ex, girl. Right. I was the first. He got on TV for me first. So, I mean, I think Sin does feel threatened by that.
She needs to admit that. That girl's whack. I'm like, girl, you're doing it too much because she's still. You mad because your man still got she still got a tickle in his heart for her. Period. That's why she upset. Because she know when she seen him walk over there and get her that kiss, she knew then for herself, damn, I can't compete with that. Yeah. Whether I got a baby, 2 babies, 3 babies, I still can't compete with that. He has something deep for this woman. Something deep that I could never replace. And she don't get that. And just own that. That look, I'm here now, but this is something we got to work through. You're going to always... I'm sure she feel like that about Erica. She was crying and was so in love with Erica. I think Joe saved her from being the show's...
Jump off?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. She probably going to trickle through the game.
I mean, she was already, friendly with Cisco, and I'm not speculating on that relationship, but you know what I mean? She was friendly with him. She was friendly with Rich. She was friendly with Erica. You were friendly with Joe. Joe said stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look.
Yeah.
I mean,
she probably would have got on Safari if Erica didn't.
You know what I'm saying? You never know really where her vibration would have went and circled. You know what I'm saying? But other than that,
she won a spot,
and that's fine. Sin does deserve a spot. She's a pretty cool character. You know what I'm saying? But
she okay.
I could do.
Sometimes I like seeing, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think she's young-minded.
Yeah, she's young-minded.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times she just need to grow up. But I did respect the fact that she was like talking to Kimbella and was like, you know what, I like both of them. I'm not choosing sad. Kimbella was wrong. I'm glad everybody collectively saw that, you know what, girl, you shouldn't have threw no drink at your friend. Now, come on, y'all can talk it out without all that aggression. Why would you get that mad at your friend? Because you knew you were wrong. That's only time people get that aggressive with somebody is when they're in the wrong. And you want to try to fight them to get your point across and to make them feel how you felt. No, you still just needed to own it. You can't be mad at her for saying you had to own it. So, but I think that, I don't know, I think Joe still has, like I say, a little place for Tahiri.
I feel like them
think
two gonna always work together.
Yeah, I think he care about Sin. You know,
I think there's a deep care as well, but I believe that there is a space where he knows that Sin couldn't fulfill any amount of, because I mean, again, Virgos are a sign of work, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna always want to work through that relationship regardless. He's gonna always want to see the resolution of how he can become the better man, even through the eyes of his rejected second marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, him not getting him, you know, Tahiri, or what's the girl name? Sin not, you know, accepting his engagement as well.
She did accept that engagement.
Well, whatever. She claims she still don't want him. So
that's a lie. She want him. Then why you so pressed about Tahiri? If you know what I'm saying? If you don't want this man, I don't care about Joe. I just want Lex to be good and Lex and me and Lex to him to see me and Lex.
Well, I feel like it's gonna take a while to get over that.
Yeah, but girl, you want him. You want him because let him act like he want to be with Tahiri. You're gonna be butthurt. Stop making it seem like you don't want to be honest with yourself.
She already showed she was a little booty hurt.
Yeah, she is butthurt. So quit making it seem like you over him and you this, that. No, girl, you not. Like you told Erica, you are in love with him. Then stop acting like you not. Don't 1 minute say you not in love with him and you don't care. But you do, because every time you hear about this girl, you get super upset. Like, and you want to talk about her as if she done something to you. No, it's your dude, man. What you mad at her for? So, I don't know. What you think about them being in the studio? Fresher can't rap. I'm sorry.
I ignored that part. I'm not about to even do that part.
Fresher can't rap, but I do like Papoose. I have to give Paps is such a stand-up dude. He's a good husband. He's a good father. You know, however, I do feel like, you know, as the man, he has put a lot on hold for Remy. A lot, you know, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with he was doing his part as a man, but at the same time, now you gotta kind of, I know you want your stuff to take off because you've been gone for a while, but he was booming before we heard about a Remy Ma, and I think, you know, at some point you got
timing is everything. Timing is everything.
It is, and I think now is the time he getting old. You know what I mean? They both getting old, but we never heard a whole lot from Pap. So now I think now that you didn't drop something and your stuff went nice, you know, when you first got out with Fat Joe, give him an opportunity to have that same shine. Mm-hmm. You know, because he been holding her down for the longest through her courts, through jail, and he had to put his whole life on hold to revolve around her. And it still is like a never-ending cycle. He keeps having to revolve around her, and look at your phone. And, you know, I just...
Oh, 54.
You know, I just think that, you know, I don't know. I like Paps. I think Remy should just give this man an opportunity to blow up. Do his thing one time. Just one time before it's too late. You know what I mean? And before the rap game is so whacked out with these whacked out rappers that we forget about the real Papoose, the artist. You know what I mean? Because it can happen. These rappers these days, I don't know what they be spitting, but Pap got them bars, and we don't get a lot of that. You know, I think we need to get that back.
R.I.P. to Pop Smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
She don't know him, but anyway, he just passed. Transition today.
Oh, that's sad. Prayers is with his family.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Somaya tried.
Somaya did try, but I feel like there was that ain't nobody like. She said Jen is slow.
Jen is slow. We're gonna run through this real quick because Jen is slow. I'm sorry, but that's gonna be on the next episode. But y'all keep tuned. This girl's slow. I think she's slow because she don't have no income. I think Fresher is the main source of provider for her, and I felt like on the next episode he gonna try to make it right with this girl and pay her money because he said he would. He did admit to her, yeah, I loved you. You know, and I know his girl didn't see this episode. She got to feel all kind of crazy because she thought this girl was just some jump off and some hooker. No, girl, she paid for your living. So, and at the end of the day, you should write her a thank you note because she paid for your body. She's probably paying for that trash house you live in because your Jeep look better than your house, you know. And I just think that let him go. If he how many times do a person got to keep making you look dumb? You're going to keep, a perfect example, I always tell my kids this. You can't run the race and have a person that's injured. Are you going to hold them up and run the race too? Or are you going to try to run the race yourself? He's trying to run a race, okay? And that race somehow keeps affecting you where you're injured and you have to pull yourself up or pull him up. No, let go. Run your own race. Don't be so tied up on what he got going on that you lose yourself. Because that's what I'm seeing. You losing yourself. What do you have going on? That you're so worried about how he keeps treating you. Why do you keep staying? If every time you talk is, you did this to me with this girl and this girl, but you the idiot. Because he's going to keep doing it because you ain't went nowhere. You ain't made a stance to say, look, enough is enough. I'm sick of this shit. You're not going to keep fucking doing me like that. But yeah, you keep hanging on to this dude and you keep allowing him to do you constantly the same way. So if that's going to always be your storyline, I feel sorry for you. You're going to go gray really fast and you're going to have an ulcer. And like all this stuff is going to not go well for you because you putting too much energy in somebody that's putting energy somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, but I do want to say a scripture is, I forgot I forgot which one it is, but it says, if a soldier asks you to carry his load or something like that for a mile, carry it for 2. So with the injured thing, I kind of don't know. But yeah. So
like for real though, if you running a race,
but yeah, you can't hold that weight.
No,
you really can't hold that weight.
You want to win the race, or you want to hold on to the person that's dragging you down from not winning a race. Mm-hmm. Think about that. You know, you gotta. Oh, I'm in a little pain, but that's okay. You gotta think about that. I don't want to drag nobody around with me that's not gonna help me win a race. Period.
Right. Because, like I said, men want to be women too.
Time
and
is,
that's no shade
of
to
the
transgenders.
essence.
That has nothing to do with the statement.
Time is of the essence. We don't have a lot of time. So therefore, you're gonna keep dwelling on stuff that don't make sense, or you're gonna win your own race. Mm-hmm. That's his fight. He wants to be a producer. What do you want to do? That's all I'm saying, Jen. And Chrissy, lose weight. You bigger than a motherfucker. She done got huge. That's probably why you ain't coming at them girls no more. You want peace and tranquility. Because you ain't small no more. You can't buy them weed. They been a red road.
She really did evolve. She really did evolve.
She did. She got quiet, but I think that's because she carrying all that weight.
She's emotional.
Well, get over it. Do your cameos and pop out. And you don't want them over Somaya Reese because you feel crazy. You talked about that girl whole body. You broke her down first season. Now look at her. Look at you. Ooh, it's something how the universe can turn things around. Now you the big girl, and she looking slim and thin with teeth fixed and a millionaire. What you doing? Still hanging on to Jimmy. Still chasing after Jimmy. You know. And we don't know what you do, Tommy. So... enough of Chrissy. we don't know what she do.
Stop. Hey, Tommy, I want to hire you for something special. Okay, that's for Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta. I want to talk to you, Tommy. You know, me and you, we got piglet relationship, okay? Tommy, my baby, man. Don't tell nobody that. Okay. Yeah, I want to.
Tommy's cool. I think she just rough around the edges, and she just needs a little grooming.
She can get smooth all the way.
She can get some smooth and some grooming. You know, because if they can hot the Puerto Rican princess, then anything's possible.
But she in Miami, so she cool.
Yeah, she trying different circuits.
Well, she should, because I know she ain't gonna try nobody over there. Maybe them young ones.
The young ones, yeah. But I don't know. I don't really watch it. I don't really care.
Yeah, I ain't did too much. I did a little skim on the internet the other day, and I was like, I don't feel like doing it. But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, it's been real, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will talk to you on next week. Peace.
We'll just say next episode. Okay. To the next episode. Hold up. Hey.